Alrighty, I think it's working now. Let me just get confirmation. Oh, sorry about that. Oh my goodness. I don't know why I didn't just do this through Facebook the first time, but let's see. You know what? Let me check myself. I just don't want to hear anything. Yep, there it is. Let's see, can I share this so everyone can have an updated, so everyone can watch it live? Just sending out the new link to everyone because to make sure they can join live. Okay, so I'm just going to send this out to everyone so they can watch it live. I finally found the link. Okay, there we go. So sorry about that. Sorry about the hold up. This is new to me, so I will have it in order next time. But hi and welcome. Let me go to the screen. There we go. So, a little late, but here we go. And I just want to turn on my Facebook to make sure you guys can actually hear me just fine. and that way I'll be able to see any questions. Can you guys let me know if you can see it just fine? It's not really playing on my end. Okay, there it is. Okay, so I'll be able to see if you have any questions or anything, but let's get started. Like I said, we're a little bit late, but welcome to the Finding Wholesale Vendors for Your Business for Free. I put together this masterclass because I know a lot of people are starting businesses, and I see a lot of questions about like where to find vendors. People buy vendors list, and it's kind of hard to just trust anyone to buy to supply your business. So I put together this webinar for free just so I can go over the ways that I review vendors and I verify them. So let's get started. About me. My name is Devonda, and I help busy moms create balance and consistency as they launch their product-based businesses and beyond. So as a mom of 3 and a wife, I know how hard it is to work as well as have your own business. So I'm here to help you. I've worked in banking for over 12 years now. I work in business banking. I've been an entrepreneur since 2013, a contractor instructor since 2019. I'm a wife and mom of 3, as I said, and I love creating, teaching, and learning. Okay? So here's the process I go through. So first you want to get your business framework together. And this is like really small. I hope you guys can see it just fine. But you want to get your business framework together. We need to know exactly what you're looking for and what product you're looking for. What is your intention? What's your business model? There's a few different questions that you need to ask yourself just to make sure that before you even start to look, you need to know exactly what you're looking for, right? Because there's going to be a ton of different options. There's literally like millions of vendors out there, so it's good to have in mind exactly what you want. Of course, you can change your mind if you see something you like better and go from there, but you always want to start with something, at least some type of idea of exactly what you're looking for, right? And then where to find vendors. As I said, there's millions of vendors out there, so it depends on like your time frame, your shipping, your cost, the quality, like everything. So you have to keep that in mind when you're looking for vendors. And then how to work with vendors. So of course you want to get a good rapport with these vendors. You want to you're going to be business partners pretty much, so it's a win-win. You both need to give a little. So I go over how to stay in good graces with your vendors. And so now the business framework, like I said, describe your product. What product are you looking for? What's the color, size, quality? You want to go over all of this. You want to think about it deeply. Write it down. If you have the business, the vendor workbook, then that's all in there for you to answer these questions. But you want to know exactly what you're looking for. Like I said, like down to the T. Say you're looking for jewelry. What color are you looking for? If you're looking for gold, what like 18 karat, 24 karat, sterling silver, like you have to be very specific. Are you looking for crystals? Are you looking for diamonds? Are you looking for costume jewelry? You just have to be very specific about what you're looking for. And then keep that in mind as you continue to look. And that's one of the questions that you'll ask. So you do want to pay attention to the description and read the description, but you also want to ask, because I know a lot of vendors do actually like copy someone else's description and will put that there, so it'll be like the exact same thing, but you want to verify with the vendor that this is exactly what you're looking for. I say the description is the starting point, but you always want to have that conversation with your vendor. Okay, what's your business model? What business model are you following? Wholesale, private label, drop shipping, print on demand, or handmade, DIY? Like exactly what you're doing. Do you plan on having how much would you like to have in inventory? Do you plan on having an inventory? Do you plan on doing private label? Do you plan on doing drop shipping? Do you want to do a pre-sale? Do you want to have hundreds in stock and then sell slowly or sell out, hopefully, right? So it depends on exactly what you want to do, what works best for you, what works best for your budget, okay? and where to find vendors, right? So this is like kind of, it's not the hardest, but this is the trickiest, exactly where to find vendors. Again, it depends. That's why you want to go over your framework. It depends on what you're looking for. It depends on the shipping time. It depends. It's a lot of factors, right? So you always want to check with multiple vendors to compare. So whatever you're looking for, you're going to try multiple vendors. You never want to just say, oh, I found the perfect product, let me get it. Keep that in mind, but continue to look. And you can look at different types of the product. You can look at different, you definitely want to look at different vendors. You want to pay attention to the cost. That's very important, but it's not the most important just because they do barter, especially if you find it somewhere cheaper. There's a chance that you can mention that, and then they may give it to you cheaper. So, that's always an option. I hope I'm not talking too fast. Can you guys let me know if I'm talking too fast? I feel like I'm just speeding through this. So if you have any questions, let me know. If I'm talking too fast, let me know. If you're here with me, let me know. Just drop a heart if you can hear me. I know it's a little bit of a delay, but... So just let me know if you can hear me. I want to... Before I go over this. Okay. Yes, you can hear me. Thank you. Alrighty. So, where to find vendors? As I said, there's millions of options. So, the first option is to Google wholesaler of like whatever you're looking for, wholesale sunglasses, drop shipping sunglasses. Like that's the easiest way, but it's a little tricky because you want to verify the vendor, so therefore you have to do extra work. If you go through like a service, like the ones that I have listed, most of them do that for you. Most of them will like hold the money until you verify that it's as described pretty much. So with Google, it's like smaller businesses though, so it's okay to go that route. It's just not necessarily the safest route unless you plan on doing the research yourself, like I said. Okay. You always want to check the BBB, Better Business Bureau. You want to Google their name with scam and fraud and just make sure that it's like there's nothing. But you also want to have some grace, right? Because some people can complain and say they took too long to ship it. This is a scam when shipping was backed up everywhere. So you just never know. So you do want to have a little bit of grace, but you do want to look for red flags at like not as described, but also read the review in detail. Like I said, if it says not as described, like why is it not as described? Some people don't read the description and they go off literally just the picture, and a lot of businesses use stock photos, so you never know. You do want to investigate fully when you do it that way, right? eBay is a really good one. Okay, it depends on what you want to sell. Like my girls have a lip gloss business, and we got some of their lip gloss, the containers, the squeeze tubes, we got them from eBay. So with eBay, it's, if you haven't been on there in a while, it's not quite the same as when they started. They have local vendors as well as like overseas vendors. Like you can purchase things from China. You just have to pay attention. So if that's what you want, pay attention to the shipping time. So just pay attention before you order it. Don't just assume that it's somewhere local. It's in the United States, and sometimes it can say in the United States, but it takes however many weeks to ship because their factory is overseas. So you just want to pay attention to that. But eBay is a really good one, okay? eBay is really good for not only your products, but they're good for like any supplies that you need, packaging supplies. If you need, like I'm looking at a lip gloss filler machine for my girls, stuff like that. They have everything. So eBay is a really good one. It's actually really slept on, but that's a really, really good one to look into, right? Well, these are just my favorites that I'm going through. Etsy is a really good one as well. Etsy, it's mostly, not always, but it's mostly like local businesses, smaller businesses. And with the smaller businesses, what they do is they do the brunt of the work and they order it from China or overseas, and then they split it. They still sell it wholesale, but in less. So they'll order 1,000 of a product and then sell it 50 at a time, or in increments of 10, something like that. So they're the middleman, and sometimes it's handmade items. Etsy is really good for handmade wholesale, like if you want to do lip gloss. Etsy has a lot of wholesale lip gloss vendors. Soap. They do homemade soap wholesale. They have a lot of the ingredients that you need for like lip gloss and soaps and body care and stuff like that. So Etsy is a really good one. The prices may be a little bit higher because Etsy's fees are a little bit higher. So they are the middleman, and so they can get it for cheaper, but by the time they factor in the Etsy fees, they have to raise their price a little bit. So you are saving, but it's not the absolute cheapest option. So Etsy is still a really good option, right? And let's see. And Faire.com, if you guys haven't heard of this, it's pretty much like Etsy, but it's strictly for wholesale, right? So Faire.com has so many different, they have stickers, they have hair bows, and this is all handmade, wholesale, ready to ship. Like, it's, if you want to start a custom soap business, you can go on Faire and they will have it like pre-packaged and everything, and all you have to do is like do your upcharge of like 25% or a couple dollars, whatever you want your cut to be. So you're going to be the other middleman, if that makes any sense. So Faire is really good. It's pretty new. They typically have a minimum order, which most places do, but it's really good. It's really good for small businesses, and it'll help your business. So you're supporting a small business and you're also growing your small business, right? So I really love Faire. I'm just going to take a sip of water really quickly. So let me know if you have any questions, or just let me know you're still here. I have to keep looking down at my phone because I can't see it on the screen if you guys comment. So just let me know if you have any questions. Alrighty, so LA Showroom. LA Showroom is a really good one. It's like a marketplace. Let's see, kind of like, I want to say eBay is probably like the closest thing I can think of. It's like, but for businesses, of course. So you have different businesses, and it's LA Showroom because it's mostly like, or at least that's how it started off. It's mostly like the LA Fashion District, pretty much. So it's like the LA Fashion District online where you can order, right? So they have and everything on here is in the US. It ships from the US. So it has really good shipping, fast shipping, and everything. They have good quality clothes. They have everything from accessories, kids' clothes, wedding dresses, not handmade. I don't think they have anything handmade. Household items. Like, they have a ton of things. The thing with LA Showroom is you must have an EIN, right? Which you should if you have a business. Like, the EIN is completely free. So that is something that you need, but it's also something you should have if you have a business, right? So but it's really good. I do love LA Showroom. WholesaleFashionSquare.com. This is actually where I started with my boutique. WholesaleFashionSquare.com. They offer like clothes, accessories. It's not that wide of a selection, but their prices are amazing. As I said, that's how I started my boutique, with most of my things from Wholesale Fashion Square. They have jewelry from, like, I want to say like less than $1, So Wholesale Fashion Square, definitely, I approve, right? Aliexpress, I'm sure most of you have heard of Aliexpress. Aliexpress is based in China. It's more so for like one-off. So I'll go over these together. Aliexpress and Alibaba. They're both from China. Like they both ship from China, right? And Aliexpress is pretty much the personal side, and Alibaba is the business side. So Aliexpress is more so if I want a cute dress for like $10, like literally, with free shipping, and I'm willing to wait about 60 days to get that $10 dress, right? Alibaba is, and it has some of the same sellers. Alibaba will have like the same dress for say $5 each, maybe even less. Sometimes it's like a couple bucks, and you have to buy it in bulk. Like you have to buy about, let's say, 10 dresses, and then it the shipping is relatively high, but when you factor that in with a price, like you factor that in per item, with the price per item, then it's not that bad, right? It averages about the same amount, to be honest. And the shipping is typically a lot faster with Alibaba. That's one thing you do have to pay attention to, is the shipping. And you also, I always ask, like I said, the description can show one thing, but you always want to talk to the vendor and make sure that this is something that's not going to take 2-3 months, you know. And depending on the weight, that may hold it up as well. So you want to go over all of this. So like if you plan on making a purchase from them, you want to ask, what is the estimated shipping? How much is it? And how long will it take? Any question on any of these? Doesn't look like it. I will continue. And how to work with vendors. So here's how I like to work with vendors. As I said, you want to check the reviews, right? But you do want to have a little bit of grace. So you want to read it as the consumer. Keep in mind that this is the consumer. And sorry, let me move that over just a little bit. There we go. Okay. So you want to read the reviews and give them a little bit of grace, but not too much, right? Because this is your business. So you want to make sure that you are getting quality products. You want to make sure that this is something that will last, something that you can put your name behind, something that you want to sell, right? You want to check for a lot of sales. You don't want to go with like a new vendor. It's not in your best interest. Don't go with a new vendor. You don't know. You can, but it's risky. I wouldn't. Pictures. Most vendors have stock pictures, at least for their like lead photo when you're looking. And most of these, like, I have Alibaba in mind. That is my favorite place to get vendors, right, to order products. So as I said, most of them have stock photos. It's typically like the same exact picture. Like you can tell it's the same exact picture. Some will even like copy, like they'll put their watermark on it and the next person will like cross it out just to, and you can clearly see that it's just like blurred out. If they have like different variations for the color, they'll just change it in Photoshop and keep it moving. Like you can tell, so you don't really know the exact color that you're going to get. So you do want to be very careful with these, right? So read the reviews, look at the pictures, and make sure it's not stock photos. Like I said, the first couple photos, that's fine, but you also want to see their actual item. And I always, even if I see something that isn't a stock photo, it looks like it's their actual item, I still ask them. I have never ordered from a vendor without actually talking to them, right? I want to make sure that this is their stock photo. Most of the time, I ask for a video. Like, Can you show me a video, especially hair? Please show me a video of you holding the hair, and I want to make sure that this is your actual item. I want to see the quality, and they have absolutely no problem doing that, right? They'll even like FaceTime you through like WhatsApp, whatever that, like a video call. They'll do like a video call through WhatsApp, no problem at all, right? If they're legit, no problem at all. You want to look at various views of the product. So you want to see the different angles. You don't want to see, like, if it's a dress, what does the back look like? What does the hem look like? That's the good one. You always want to look at a close-up of the quality of the fabric, as well as the like the stitching. You want to make sure that it's legit, like it's good quality, right? So you want to either they already have the pictures posted, or you ask for pictures or video so you can see the quality, so you can see, like, especially clothing, to make sure it's not too thin. Like, can I see you with your hand behind it? You want to ask, right? Does it have everything you want and need? This goes back to your framework. So what exactly were you looking for? What's a must and what was just, maybe, right? Does it for sure meet your standards of quality? If it doesn't, you should not order it, right? Your exact measurements? What sizes were you looking for? Does it come in all the right size? Like, if it's clothing, does it come in extra small to 4X? Like, whatever sizes you're looking for. For the jewelry, for a necklace, is it the right length? You want to pay attention to all of that. You want to make sure that is exactly what you're looking for. If you change your mind along the way, that's fine. But always make sure that is exactly what you're looking for, right? Size chart. Clothing coming from China runs small. It is what it is. So you want to look at the size chart and make sure that it's nothing crazy. Like, granted, for your website, you can have the size chart listed, right? You can ask if you can use theirs, or you can remake yours. But you always want to have the size chart listed. But you also don't want it to be something like crazy. Like, a large is like the size of a US small. Like, that's ridiculous, and people will get angry. That it's just it's that simple. Most of the time people don't even look for the size chart. But even still, like, if I'm a large and I order an extra large just to be safe, and the extra large doesn't even fit, I'm going to be upset. Especially if you don't even have anything bigger. It's like, what am I going to do now? So make sure you pay attention to that. How much is shipping? So with shipping, you want to calculate that in the product, in the price of the, like, so what I do is I add because if you go on, like, on Alibaba, if you look for jewelry, you'll see something come up for 10 cents each. That sounds like an amazing deal, right? But then you have to calculate in shipping. So you'll go and say that you want you'll see that it's 10 cents minimum order quantity of, like, 100 is usually higher quantities. Sometimes they give and take with that, right? So it's not that bad. So let's see, you have a product for 10 cents, and the minimum order quantity is 100. So that's only $10, right? But then you see that the shipping is $40, and it's usually like 30, 40, 50, depending on exactly what it is, like depending on the weight of it. So say the shipping is, what did it say, $40? So that's $50 divided by 100, and that's only 50 cents per item, but that's not the 10 cents that you saw, right? So it really depends. You have to calculate, like, when you just look at shipping, it is like, what the heck? I'm not paying $50 for shipping, but you have to calculate that. You have to divide it by the product and see how bad the shipping really is, right? And you also have to put that into your cost. Make sure you include shipping in your cost. see it in real life. So now you have to order samples. And like I said, I always converse with the vendors before I order. I never just like see an item and it's like, ooh, this looks good, let me order it. I ask questions, I ask for videos, I ask for pictures, I ask about shipping. I verify everything that's important to me that I saw in the description. I verify that with them just to make sure before I actually purchase it. You always want to converse with them and make sure this is exactly what as described before you actually place the order. Alrighty, so like I said, I feel like I kind of like sped through that. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. And if you're watching the replay, let me know if you have any questions as well. I will be sure to answer those. There's a little bit of a lag, so I'll give it a little bit of a couple minutes. But yeah, so that's pretty much the bulk of it. It's really simple. It's unfortunately kind of easy to get burned, so that's why I don't recommend. Another option is like going like through a lot of Facebook groups, Facebook Marketplace, a lot of places like that, but there's scammers out there. At least through Alibaba, which a lot of people don't like, but like at least through Alibaba, if I get the product and it's not as described, like I ordered, I don't know, a silk blouse and I get something in that's like a cotton like t-shirts, like this is clearly not what I ordered, you can dispute it. eBay, you can dispute it. Like there's customer service. And what I like about Alibaba is I always pay through PayPal. They don't get my information. I always pay through PayPal, so they don't have my credit card information. It's like a third party, so you're not giving your information to a complete stranger. You're giving it to the internet, but it's not a complete stranger, and they won't get paid until you get your product and you're satisfied with your product. I think we're good. I don't think there's any questions. Uh-oh, Stephanie. Okay. No. No questions? Just wanted to make sure that was up. So, are you ready to launch your business, but you don't know where to start? Well, let me help you go from idea to launch. So I just went over my framework of ordering from vendors, but if you need more assistance, if you need a deeper dive, then I am here to help you. And not only order from vendors, but to get your business started. Let's move this over. Get me out of the way. I want you to join my brand building boot camp. And in this boot camp, what I'll help you do is properly structure your business, how to set up your business legally, building business credit and business funding, right? Setting up your website, step-by-step guide on how to set up your Shopify store and all the apps you need to start. Branding and marketing, from social media to email marketing. We'll go over the best, that's supposed to say the best ways to find your ideal client. So we go over it all. So if you're just sitting on an idea, you're just ready to start your business, I am here to help you. It's called the Brand Building Bootcamp, Launch to Profit in 60 Days. It's an 8-week course with weekly live training. So all the classes will be recorded and you can rewatch them. I want you to go along as well as rewatch them. But you'll be part of the private community. You can ask all the questions you have in between classes. We can go over lessons. We can go over any additional questions that you have that I may not have answered. You'll be able to tell me ahead of time what type of content you would like me to go over, whatever questions you would like me to answer in the following class, and then I'll also provide you with social media templates. You'll have templates for your social media for your pre-launch, launch, and beyond. I'll help you with your pre-launch, get that plan together, your launch, of course, and then as well as the marketing, branding, and selling for beyond, right? Because we want to get you started and then help you scale. I have to keep moving myself. Get me out the way. Brand Building Boot Camp. Again, so in week 1, we're going to research and plan, research your product and competition. What's your vision? Exactly what type of business do you want to have? What do you want to sell? Even if you're not sure right now, we'll go over that and go over my tips and tricks for finding something that's not only profitable, but something that you will enjoy doing. That's the best part. Like, you don't want to just go into, like, for me, like going into, I don't know, sports paraphernalia. Like, that's not something I'm interested in. That's not something that will grab my attention. So we'll go over exactly how you can find the exact product that will work best for you. Week 2, name it. We'll go over how to find a unique name and how to claim your name on Google and social media. This is extremely important. This is definitely part of your business. Like, it's not the time where I think of a name, ooh, I like it, and it's not it's not registered to the state, and then I worry about social media. You want to figure this out immediately. As you're thinking of a name, if you like the name, then you search on social media to make sure no one has your domain, make sure no one has the Instagram tag that you want, the Instagram handle that you want, Twitter, Pinterest, like all social media. So this is very important. Week 3, make it legal. So we're going to get your EIN, register with your state, articles of organization, operating agreement, DUNS number, and checking account. All of these are extremely important and a must have for any business. Okay, this is not a side hustle. This is your business. This is your livelihood. This is how you will make money, right? So we want to make sure that you are properly structured. And now for all of this is out of pocket costs. Although EIN number is free, registering with the state, that varies from state to state. Articles of organization, that's free. Not free, I'm sorry. Operating agreement is free. DUNS number is free. And then I have the bank that I use, the business bank that I use, it's free to start. And there's no monthly fees. So it's a no-brainer, right? You definitely have to be set up the right way in order to get you funding, right? Week 4, find vendors. I'll go take a deeper dive into helping you find the perfect vendor. I'll be there to answer any questions you have about finding the perfect vendor. If you have any questions for me, I'll even provide a template for you that I typically, like the questions that I use to ask vendors, I'll give you that template. So you'll have quick, easy, you'll be able to answer the questions really quickly and see if they fit the bill, okay? You'll get the vendor worksheet. For those of you who already purchased it, that's what it is. But if you did not purchase it, when you signed up for this masterclass, then I'll provide you the vendor worksheet, and that's where you can keep track of all your vendors. And it kind of goes through the process of how you pick your vendors, just in writing. It's a lot easier for people when it's actually in writing, right in front of you. Week 5, set up your website. So I will help you set up your Shopify and all the apps needed to run your business smoothly. Choosing themes, about us page, categories, headers, and footers. All of this is extremely important. As I said, we are definitely in a digital age. So this is something that is much needed. You need a website. If you're selling a product base, you need a website. And I will help you get your Shopify set up, and I can have you I'll get you signed up for the 30-day free trial. So while we're building your business, you won't even have to pay for your website. Branding and marketing. Setting branding guidelines, email marketing, SMS marketing, and social media marketing plan. Again, digital age, this is all important. You want your business to look good. Just think about it. When you go into any business, small business or like a national chain, you always pay attention to the branding, to the marketing. You may not realize that you are, but just think about it. You know all the big names, just for the branding, the colors, the logos. Like, we'll go through all of that. I'll help you get a good logo, and we want something that you can trademark. That's the easiest way to say that. So we'll get you a nice, beautiful logo that you can trademark, something that's versatile, that can go on your products, that will be able to go on your website. I'll help you get your social media set up, everything. So everything you need to launch your business and to see profit in only 60 days. I'm also going to throw in the ultimate vendors list. So this is my best-selling vendors list, and it's a $300 value. So if you don't feel like going through the whole charade of finding the perfect vendor, you can actually just look at my vendors list, and then I have the perfect vendors for you. I still would recommend you to look through the vendors list, and you can still talk to those vendors and then choose which one you like, order your samples, and go from there. But this cuts your time in half, I promise you. And I have everything from hair, lashes, clothing, mommy and me, household items, jewelry, purses, accessories, makeup, body care, and more. So whatever you're looking for, whatever type of business you're ready to start, I have that for you. And that's a $300 value. Outsourcing guide. This is what I learned this year. You want to outsource. So I have a list of my favorite things that I like to get outsourced, and also who can do that for you on a budget, right? Because who doesn't want to save money? So I have my favorite vendors for outsourcing. So that's a $100 value, as well as the vendor workbook. As I said, that's what's included if you purchased it already for this webinar. If not, then you get that included in this. Now, what's included? You get the 8-week live training, a private community, ultimate vendor guide and workbook, social media templates, and outsourcing guide. Value is $1,997, although it's probably way more than that, right? If you think about it, 8 weeks in a private community, so we can bounce ideas off of each other, get the ball rolling. Much more than that, right? So valued at $1,997. But today I'm going to cut the price to $997, right? We're going to launch this the course January 28th, and the class actually starts January 30th. That's when the live class begins. So this is the pre-sale until January 28th, when I launch it to everyone else, when everyone else will have access to buy. But if you're viewing this now, you know that it's $997 and class starts on January 30th. Since you're here, for the next 48 hours, I'm only doing it for $497. 8 weeks. And if you get it off of my website, I offer Shopify Pay. So that's like the Affirm payments, and they will split the payments into 4 payments. So what is that? I believe it's $125, $125, $124.25. They split it in 4 payments for you. You can have a complete business before you even finish paying off the 124.25, and you'll be making that by then, right? So make sure you sign up for this class, because I'm only accepting 20 women. And yes, it says women. Men, I will, yes, anyone can join, but my focus is women. My focus is moms, more specifically. But anyone who wants to learn, I will help you, okay? But it's capped at 20. So up to 20 people who want to learn how to start your own business, I am here to help you, okay? So up to 20 women for small group training for only $497, right? So if you are interested in enrolling, just scan this QR code right on the screen. Just pick up your phone, open the camera, hold it up, and it'll take you straight to my website. Or you can just go to momsbuildingbrands.com. So www.momsbuildingbrands.com. And if you go there, you will see it right on the home page, the Brand Building Bootcamp. So like I said, you will have your business up and running in 60 days. And that's all that's included, right? So let's get you launched and making a profit. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment below. I will save this video. If you have any questions, you can email me. You can Instagram me, Facebook. Any questions, just let me know. Okay? And as I said, for the next 48 hours, it is only $497. So let me know if you're interested, or if you have any questions, anything I can help you with, just let me know. And I hope to see everyone shortly. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you later. Bye.